So I am back with another video, and so we're gonna discuss, is DoorDash stealing driver's tips? Because see, I didn't know that this was a thing until I spoke to a customer. I also didn't realize that Uber was gonna expose DoorDash, okay? As I say expose, because it was just some things that I realized with DoorDash that when I started doing Uber, I'm like, hold up, this don't make sense. But we're gonna discuss it in this video. So let me tell you, I was a DoorDashian, okay? I just made that up, but that's what I was. I was a DoorDashian, meaning I only did DoorDash. I wasn't on Uber yet. I was only strictly doing DoorDash. The zone I would pick will always be the city zone. Now, I would notice every time I would deliver food through DoorDash in the city, 95% of the time, probably a little bit higher, but I'm gonna say 95, there was no tips attached. Like, dang, city folks don't tip. Because that's how DoorDash will have you thinking, like, the city folks do not tip. Because sure enough, tips was not there, okay? Majority of the time, no tips. And then one day, I had to deliver a sub to a customer in the city who worked at the bank. Yep. And she told me, she was like, I want to make sure you got your tip because I did tip you. And the last driver that I gave a tip to through DoorDash did not receive her tip. When this lady told me that her tip she gave to a driver through DoorDash was missing, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Are you sure? What happened to it? Like, I was really trying to figure out what happened to this tip with this lady because I was shocked. I did not know that that was a thing. That a person can give a tip and then that tip go bye-bye. And so my money started looking a little funny with DoorDash. And that just wasn't gonna work for me. So I decided to, started doing Uber Eats. Now, when I started doing Uber Eats, I did not realize that they was gonna expose DoorDash. As I say expose because it was just some things that did not make sense, okay? So I'm doing Uber. And I realized, hold up, wait a minute now. I'm delivering food in the city. The same city, intercity, that I would do with DoorDash. The only difference was there was tips. Like when I seen them tips on Uber delivering in the inner city, I was like, oh my God, wait, a tip? And then when I did the next one, it was a tip. And then when I did the next one, it was a tip. I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. So the inner city folks do tip? Because DoorDash will have you believing that they do not tip. At least in my area, you ain't gonna get no tips rarely with DoorDash, okay? But with Uber, there was tips. I was so shocked. I'm like, hold on, something don't make sense because it's the same inner city. So what's the difference between the Uber inner city folks tipping versus their DoorDash inner city folks not tipping? Like, I really did not understand. So, is DoorDash really stealing drivers' tips? I don't know, but it is looking a little funny that I can get tips in the inner city on Uber, but rarely with DoorDash. DoorDash, you got some explaining to do because I did not know that was happening. Allegedly, okay? Let me say allegedly. I didn't know that a company that's already making a crap ton of money is going to then go ahead and steal drivers' tips. You already barely paying us. Like, what? You trying to take the tips on top of that? You overcharging for the food. You are charging a delivery fee. You are also charging a dispatch fee. And that's not good enough for y'all. Y'all want to take tips allegedly? But I don't know. I can't say whether or not they stealing tips because my tips wasn't there for the inner city. So I don't know if I really got a tip or not. But I sure know that's what that lady said. I sure know I'm receiving tips in the inner city with Uber. So y'all decide. Let me know. What is your experience like with DoorDash? Whether or not you deliver in the inner city or not, do you think that DoorDash is stealing drivers' tips? Let me know. Leave it in the comments below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.